Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Sussex Squad? Y'all, I had to take a break from all things Diddy to get back into the things I really like. What is William up to? We are trying to put the diddler in jail, and this fool is going off talking about Prince William said he is officially going at. Listen. He is officially going after his nieces, nephews, cousins. I don't even know at this point. They might even be brother or sister the way the royal family rolls. Anyway, according to royal insiders, William is planning to strip Archie and Lillibet of their his Royal Highness titles the moment he becomes king. And listen, while that sounds petty enough, baby, Harry, or should I say probably Meghan, has a plan B, and it is savage. The kids, if William does pull that trigger, are about to be rebranded as Spencers. Baby, let's get into this. Let me just say one thing. Shout out to the American Meghan for being like, it's just like when they were trying to make it seem that she couldn't wear Diana's tiara for her wedding. Do you not understand? For America and worldwide, Diana was the draw. She actually saved the royal family through her passing and everything. She even elevated William to get some type of sympathy with his people. Diana is the draw. So the fact that you're taking away a royal, the only people in America that will actually recognize this is the actual Spencers that will recognize. Anyway, let's get into this because you are not going to believe this, right? So here's this. First of all, let's look at William's bitter game. Here's what's disgusting. William can't touch Meghan. He can't control Harry. So now he's targeting their kids. According to sources, William is furious behind the scenes because Archie and Lillibet technically still hold the right to be called his and her Royal Highnesses under royal protocol. But William, he's got a revenge fantasy to rewrite the rules once he takes throne. Now, baby, it's giving, if I can't own them, I'll erase them. And let's be real, this is personal. William's not trying to streamline the monarchy. He's trying to punish a woman he never had power over, Meghan. And the two kids who committed the crime of being born biracial, let's just say it, black and Americans. I don't even think the royal family, they are the original OG colonists. I don't even think they recognize biracial. I think they just say, yeah, you're just black. You're just not us. Now here, listen to this, right? First of all, and it needs to be said, it was only a matter of time. And that's why I used to always say over and over, you guys, I'm so glad they got out of Saltine Island, because as those kids get older, no matter how much Meghan and Harry played by the rules, their kids would have the same role that Harry had. Your job is to be made fun of, to be heckled, to be made the wild child or the loose ones. Again, Beatrice and Eugenia are waiting in the wings, begging to come and be pinch hitters. And that's fine. Maybe all their money's tied to it. But Meghan has her and Harry's money firmly into America. You know, the country every royal person wants to get into but can't get a foothold. The last time they sent Carol Middleton to America in a shot right somewhere in Jersey that shows who was boss. What in the world? Anyway, right? But here is the hypocrisy. The craziest part is the fact that everyone's looking the other way while they're targeting. William and Kate love to play victim. We're being targeted. Our families, no pictures of the kids. Our family have to maintain the tightest ship. However, what about everybody else's? The craziest part, these same people clutching pearls over Harry's betrayal had no problem letting Andrew's daughter stay his Royal Highnesses. But Meghan marries in, gets chased out, and now her children are the target. William's whole life has been about image control, the golden heir, the loyal son, the perfect future king. But behind the palace walls, he is seething, bitter that Harry and Meghan dipped and then had the nerve to thrive, furious that no matter how many titles he takes, he still can't force them to kneel. He can't make his hair grow back. He still can't even fake more than 10 seconds being a loyal son. And as far as the golden heir, that might have been true 20 years ago, but now, even if you look at Trooping in the Color, they were sitting there frowning the whole time. Most of the royal family couldn't even fake that they were into this. And baby, we got to talk about Harry's power move, because here's where it gets beautiful. Because Harry's not begging for crumbs, he's flipping the script. The word on the street is that Harry's plan B is already in motion. Archie Archie and Lily are going to take the Spencer name. That's right. No Windsor, no His Royal Highness, just Spencer, as in Princess Diana's maiden name, the name she carried before the crown tried to swallow her whole. Baby, this is legacy, it's identity, and it's a direct shot at the institution that tried to erase her. But here's the real message. By removing the His Royal Highness and embracing the Spencer name, Harry's making it clear, you don't own us. You don't get to define my children's worth. Titles didn't protect my mother, and they won't define my kids. Not when we have love, freedom, and a last name that means something real. Meanwhile, William is stuck in a castle of glass, looking out of a gold-rimmed windows, still trying to punish people who left him behind. You guys, listen, let me ask you here. Who do you think's really winning here? A man, or should I say a boy, who's so bitter he's coming for toddlers, or the brother building a legacy outside the crown? Baby, I'm going to have to know your thoughts. Again, the hypocrisy of protecting the monarchy while shielding Andrew, while punishing Harry's kids. He has moved on to the kids because he realized that he can't get into Harry and Meghan's mind. So now he's going after the one thing that they sacrificed everything for: their careers, their lives, their status, their title. Again, can I just say something? Everybody acts like it's a foregone conclusion. Right? Everybody acts like it's a foregone conclusion that Harry actually bounced back and they have this $14 million mansion. They have all this cool stuff. But can I say that was not guaranteed? Everybody was waiting for them to fall on their face. Everybody was hoping that they would fall on their face. The fact that Meghan was smart enough to leverage who they were and leverage in a very popular way their image in a way that they could support. And let's all forget, it's not just about that 14 million mansion, because at the end of the day, Harry and Meghan cannot live like get a house in Studio City. I mean, they could, but there were security concerns, which brings me to the security concerns. Most of the money they spend are actually on security. Most of the things they do are actually for their security. They thought that they would unleash the hells of all the hateful people, right? They would unleash the hells. They would make everything go down, right? They thought that they would, in the end, have the upper hand and that Harry would have to come crawling back and Meghan would just flutter off and leave someone else because they would realize there was no money there. Meghan was a self-made millionaire. The fact that they tried to reduce her to who Kate actually was when she entered in the royal family, now we know that Kate's family, all they had was this stupid veneer of their self-made moguls, because when push came to shove, they had no money at all, okay? So my whole point in the matter is people act like it was a foregone conclusion that they were going to succeed. It never was. The whole thing was that they'd be so sad that they have to crawl back home and Harry would be forced to divorce Meghan, or they would bully Meghan into blaming Harry and leaving. They just didn't think. So anyway, they moved past that and now they've realized we can't get you on that, so we'll go after your kids. Maybe let's also remember, Meghan never used her Royal Highness publicly, so why strip it down unless it's personal? And Meghan doesn't need to use her Royal Highness. Everybody for the rest of their lives in the 20th century is going to know who Meghan Markle is, whether they put a Duchess of Sussex behind it or not. And get this, the Spencer name holds real legacy and is untouched by royal scandal, untouched and much beloved. And you know what? The funny thing is that, they say like what you fear, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. This mirrors exactly how Diana was treated. It's history repeating themselves, but instead of husband and wife, it's brothers. Now, we can blame Camilla. We can blame Charles. We need to actually blame the Queen because all this happened under her watch, including the little show to get Meghan out of there, okay? All this happened on the Queen's watch. We can blame, we can blame William. We can blame Charles. We can blame Camilla. But at the end of the day, the one thing we need to acknowledge is that William literally did everything he could, and I mean everything he could, to make sure that to make sure that Harry was destroyed and crushed. Because at the end of the day, William bought into the whole thing about how he is the sun, the moon, the earth, and Harry was made and bred, and his only purpose was to serve and support him and to make sure that his lack of work that he did for 40 years and Kate actually carried into the next generation. And he's mad that for a moldy cottage and holy shoes and tabloid headlines that he would not trade that mansion with his beautiful, fun wife that also knows how to drop it low, even pregnant. And his beautiful kids enriched his life so much that he never looked back from Saltine Island. Anyway, you guys, listen, let me know what you think in the comments. They are doing what they can to destroy them, but the fact that they've moved on to the children, it is truly, truly, truly sick. Just truly. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Sussex Squad, I'm going to try to make a few videos this week. Please don't abandon me. I promise I'll be back. It's just the Diddy stuff has taken hold. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.